I am Mary, a traditional Chinese medicine instructor and a registered acupuncturist in Canada. In traditional Chinese medicine, the purpose of processing Chinese medicinals is not to add complexity. Instead, it refines an herb's nature, flavor, directional tendency, and potency based on a clear understanding of its intrinsic properties. Through processing, safety is enhanced. Herbal action is better aligned with clinical needs. Some herbs may show altered tendencies, including shifts in functional emphasis and, in certain cases, changes in zangfu organ and channel entry. Examples: licorice, 甘草. Raw licorice is sweet and primarily enters the spring. After honey frying, it becomes honey-fried licorice, 炙甘草, warmer, more tonifying, effects more readily directed towards the heart. Another example, aconite, foods. Raw aconite is highly toxic and cannot be used clinically without proper processing. Processing is essential to reduce toxicity and make it safe for therapeutic use. There are three major processing methods. 1. Heat processing method. Calcining, roasting in ash, frying with adjuvants, and dry frying. 2. Water processing methods. Soaking, brief soaking, and washing. 3. Combined water and fire methods. Steaming, boiling. Supporting materials are sometimes incorporated to guide action or moderate inherent tendencies. Wine enhances circulation, directs action upward and outward. Ginger warms and disperses, sometimes reduces toxicity. Salt directs action towards the kidney system, softens hardness, and disperses nodules. Vinegar enhances astringent and consolidating tendencies. Other materials, such as rice water, milk, soil, or similar substances, historically been used in specific contexts to subtly influence an herb's properties or channel tendencies. Processing is not meant to complicate herbal medicine. It is a method of refinement, modifying an herb's nature and action so that its clinical use becomes safer, more effective, and more precise. Give this video a like to support Mary's work.
Now, let's briefly go over some ways herbs are prepared. There are several basic fire processing methods. Whenever we prepare herbs, those that require heat, we generally use 4 methods. Calcining, duan. Slow roasting in hot ashes, wei. Processing with auxiliary materials, Zhi, and dry frying, Jiao. These are the 4 main heat-based preparations. Calcining means to expose the substance directly to heat, basically to roast or calcine it. Slow roasting in hot material means heating sand or earth or other material until it's hot. And once it's hot, bury the herb inside to cook it slowly. It's like roasting sweet potatoes, cooked inside the hot sand. Processing with auxiliary materials often involves honey. The most common is honey roasting. For example, take a bunch of raw licorice roots, shengan and put them in a pot. You don't need to add any oil, just the raw herb directly. Then pour honey over it and stir fry. Keep frying until every piece of licorice is coated in honey, and the aroma fully comes out. Its color will turn slightly reddish. That's when it's done. Then you can take it out and use it. After roasting, the herbs take on new properties. Sometimes we use them raw, sometimes roasted. For example, licorice, gan chao, sometimes we use it raw. Why? Because we want to preserve its sweetness. Other times we roast it, because once you slightly burn the sweetness, it transforms into a fire nature. So roasted licorice, jigan cao, enters the heart meridian, while raw licorice, being yellow, enters the spleen meridian. Dry frying means stir-frying the raw herb directly. For example, Chinese white atractylodes rhizome Bai Zhu or white peony root Bai Xiao, we stir-fry them. The pharmacy might ask you, do you want it fried with red clay or yellow clay? Why use clay to fry it? Because sometimes we want to enhance its medicinal properties. We use red or yellow clay depending on the desired effect. It depends on the function you want. So, with the same peony root, xiao yao, or Chinese white atractylodes rhizome Bai Zhu, if we fry it with yellow clay, it takes on more of the earth quality, benefiting the spleen and stomach. If we fry it with red clay, it helps remove dampness around the heart area. That's the idea. So frying has many practical uses. Another example, licorice, gan cow. Sometimes we prefer to use it cooked. Cooking it makes its effect milder. If we don't fry it and use it raw, the effect is much stronger and faster acting. Raw herbs are generally more intense. So, we have 4 main methods using heat processing. Water-based processing has 3: soaking, brief soaking, washing. Soaking means immersing it in water for several days, letting it sit there. Brief soaking involves only a short immersion in water. Washing is simply rinsing the herb with water. There are also combined water and fire methods, steaming and boiling. For example, prepared Rehmannia root, shu di huang. It must be steamed and sun-dried 9 times. Before steaming, we sprinkle it with rice wine. After the first steaming, we let it cool and dry in the sun, then repeat the process. After 9 rounds of steaming and drying, it becomes thick and sticky in texture. This gives it a heavy, sinking quality and a rich, deep flavor. It greatly enhances the tonic effect. That's why such steaming and boiling methods are used in processing. If an herb is soaked or processed with wine, for example, when we say this rhubarb da huang is prepared with wine, or another herb is wine processed, what's the purpose? It's to enhance its lifting and ascending effect. Wine-processed herbs move upward in action. Ginger processing brings warmth and dispersion. For instance, if we have some raw Pinellia, Shenbanxia, when we handle it, we stir-fry it with fresh ginger. When we stir-fry it with fresh ginger, it's not just that ginger reduces toxicity of raw Pinellia, Shenbanxia. Herbs processed with fresh ginger benefit from fresh ginger's ability to neutralize many toxins. At the same time, ginger processing gives the herb a warming, dispersing nature. For example, if a patient has a cold-type cough, with cold and dampness inside the body, we use warmth to disperse it. That's when we use ginger-processed Pinellia, Banxia, raw Pinellia, Shenbanxia, and ginger-processed Pinellia, Jiangbanxia, have completely different effects. If an herb is stir-fried with salt, it enters the kidneys and softens hardness. When we need to break down hard masses, we use salt processing. Salt directs the herb to the kidneys. For example, when there are kidney stones, we use salt-processed herbs to help remove them. The same goes for internal tumors, to disperse and break hardness. If the herb is processed with vinegar, since vinegar has a sour taste, it promotes astringency and contraction. Herbs can also be prepared using rice rinse water. Rice rinse water is the water that is poured away after washing rice. If medicine is processed with rice rinse water, it removes the dryness of the herbs. Some herbs are too dry. It helps to balance them. For herbs prepared using dairy processing methods, we sometimes use milk. In the past, cow's milk was used more often. Goat's milk can also be used. Why do we process medicine with milk? The purpose is to moisten and nourish what is dry and withered. And for dryness, for certain dry conditions, excessive dryness, we can process the medicine with milk before use. Milk processing means you put the herbs in a pan with milk, pour milk over them, and stir-fry. But you must make sure the milk comes from cows not fed with hormones. Processing with old wall soil draws upon the earth's energy to strengthen the central region, the stomach, and intestines. We often use aged wall soil for that. But don't scrape cement off modern walls. Cement won't work. It must be actual earth, because in the past, walls were made of real soil. Houses built from earth, real clay. Those are ideal. Scrape some of that off. Sometimes, we wrap the herbs in flour for fermentation, using red yeast, red koji, or white koji, and so on, to process them. The purpose is some herbs have very strong medicinal properties. We use flour or koji to temper them, to suppress their harshness and prevent injury to the upper body. For example, many herbs, like morning glory seeds, qianyu, or Daphne flowers, yuan, hua, are very forceful purgatives. When there's water in the lungs, we're careful not to allow the herbs do harm the chest region. So we use other herbs to moderate their potency. Sometimes we use foods, like yeast, white koji, to pre-process them. Or we soak them in black soybean and licorice decoction. These are all detoxifying methods. We also use animal fat, sheep or pig fat, coating the herbs before roasting. The purpose of that is to make them crisp and easy to break. For instance, oyster shells or dragon bones. We coat them with oil and roast them, so they become crisp and brittle, easier to break apart. That's the only purpose of doing so. Rang is a medicine, refers to the stem of the rice plant. We remove this part. Why do we remove it? Because we only use the flower, fruit, and root part, not the stem in the middle. Why is that? Because it causes bloating. If the patient already has abdominal bloating, we remove the stem to reduce the swelling. Removing the core part can help relieve restlessness. Take lotus seeds, for example. We open them and remove the green core inside. Why remove the core? Because if the patient is already irritable and we don't remove it, it will make the irritability worse. So we take it out. Therefore, when a formula says remove the core, it's because the patient is restless or agitated. So the core is removed. These are examples of how processing varies by need. Many raw herbs, in Sichuan province of China, they're excellent at the source. But locally their prices are extremely low. They're sold at very cheap prices. The farmers who grow them work the hardest. Once these herbs leave the area, they're processed and refined, made to look beautiful. For example, slices of astragalus, huang qi, when you look at them, they're broad and perfect. Actually, a genuine astragalus root, huang qi, is naturally slender and thin. Herbal trader press them flat with machines, then cut them neatly so they look square and uniform. Wow, beautiful astragalus, huang qi slices. Long, wide, and perfect pieces, but in fact, they were once thin roots. After being processed artificially, their price increases drastically. Once processed, the price is totally different, dozens of times higher. So when you buy herbs, you don't necessarily need processed ones. In the pharmacy, the prettiest herbs often have lost much of their potency. The truly good ones are in their natural state. Don't alter them. Don't press them. If you must press them, roast them first until soft, then press. If too hard, they'll shatter when pressed. Roast them to soften them first. But that is processed with heat. That process has already changed the herb's nature. The more original and natural the herb looks, the better. Processing should only be done when necessary. If it's not done properly, the herb loses its strength. That's why using medicine is a great field of knowledge. Lastly, when you weigh the herbs for a prescription, if the herb needs to be processed, you must process it before weighing. Always, never the other way around. You can't weigh it first, then process it. For example, if I prescribe 9 grams of white peony by sow, and after weighing you go roast it with yellow clay, the weight will change. That's where errors come from. So pay attention to that.
Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with others who may benefit. I'll see you in my next video. All the best.